All right, guys, we have the LR Final Form Cooler and LR Birdku EZA details. I cannot wait to see what these EZAs do. Let me know what you think down in the comments. We're going to jump straight in, starting with Cooler, who, when activating the entrance animation, when there is another Terrifying Conquerors or Movie Boss category allies on the team, which of course the most recent Meta Cooler army, the LR Turles and EZAs will help you trigger. You will have a guaranteed additional super attack for 4 turns, which is huge, and key +4 and 30% damage reduction, plus an additional 40% damage reduction before attacking, and a 30% chance of an additional super for turn 1. So we've got that turn 1, beefed up kind of mode while you kind of get your rotations in order, start building up units, those kind of things. So 70% damage reduction in slot 1 straight off the bat is quite nice, but it is only for 1 turn. Then key +6 and 300% attack and defense with 3 additional attacks. I'm pretty sure it used to be 2. Each would have a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. Now, just like when he first released, these can be amazing when they all pop, or the majority pop. But then also, if they don't, or only one of them does, I wonder how much is going to be a detriment to Cooler compared to when he first came out, especially when you've got a guaranteed one for 4 turns. Then when the character is the only strength ally attacking in the same... What? What kind of wording is that? Since when are we doing, like, type units on a rotation? Sure, anyway, 100% defense and 10% damage reduction. So that means if he's the only strength ally on turn 1, that's 8% damage reduction in slot 1. Then when activating the active skill, when attacking with 24 key, 100% attack, and then for every attack performed, key +2 up to 10, 25% attack and defense up to 200%, and 5% damage reduction up to 30%. So that means, and this isn't super attacks by the way, just attacks. On turn 1, you could put Cooler in slot 1. If he's the only strength ally, 80% already. You could actually build this up to over 100% damage reduction turn 1 with him in slot 1. The only thing is, you would only get a total of 30, 40... You would only have 40%. No, you'd only have 30, 40. You'd only have the full 80. And then as soon as you attack, of course, you lose that, take you down to 40. And then you'd build that back up and have 70 for the rest of the turn. Which is, to be fair, still pretty solid. You basically build it all back up apart from 10%. But then after that, I mean, you're looking at 40% damage reduction in total, which, as long as you get enough defense, which I mean, he's getting 300% here. You've got the natural 40% damage reduction, an extra 200% here. Maybe post super attack he'll be okay. I mean, with normals he'll be absolutely fine. Wonder how he'll do with some of the higher damaging super attacks. That's the only thing I'm kind of a little bit curious on. Then after performing 7 attacks in battle, which take you no time at all, guaranteed additional super, which he keeps. Which, to be fair, even if Cooler isn't doing like 60, 70 plus million on his first super attack, which I don't think he will be, because Cooler stacks as well, don't forget, he will super attack a good few times. I mean, after the 7, you're looking at 3. Because again, you could easily get this done in 4 turns. You're looking at 3 super attacks guaranteed. Then you're looking at a potential extra 3. So all in all, his damage will actually still be good, even if you do miss out on a couple. And again, if you build him with some crit in there, you're actually doing some pretty good damage to enemies' health. So on 12 key, will greatly raise defense by 50% for 4 turns, which is nice. That can go with the damage reduction and massive raises attack, which is a stack, by the way. That's a 100% stack, which means every time this man 18Q super attacks, you're building up 100% each time. So yeah, 100%. The damage he's going to be doing overall with the potential super attacks he could be doing, crazy. The annoying thing being is, if you don't get the additional supers, but he does have some guaranteed ones, so it's kind of like... It's like a seesaw. It depends. It just kind of depends. Great, because then you can get the extra defense. But if you miss them, that defense could potentially be the matter between life and death, depending on what event you're in. But overall, it's basically Cooler when he first released, with a bit extra with a damage reduction, and him on steroids. So all in all, I think this EZA is pretty good. He looks really, really good. Then we have LR Birdku, who I cannot wait to see what Dokkan have done with him, because he was one of my go-to units back when he first come out. So we start with Ki +7, attack and defense plus 259%. Attacks are effective against all types, has guaranteed guard. Then when receiving an attack, 200% defense, and then for every attack received, Ki +2 up to 6, and then attack plus 59% up to 159%. But then when activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki, an extra 159% attack on top. Then starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry, he will gain 59% damage reduction one time before attacking. Then when HP is 60% or more, 259% defense. He will launch an additional super attack for 3 turns guaranteed. Superclass allies 59% defense, and then 70% damage reduction for 3 turns. And that is, well, these two stay. These are one time. Then after the character or an ally's revival skill is activated, 259% attack and defense, guaranteed additional super, and a 70% chance to crit. Then after the character's revival skill is activated, 40% damage reduction with superclass allies support of 59% attack and defense within the character's next attack in turn. So I mean, he looks really good. He looks really, really good. You've got that damage reduction to go with the guard. He gets a lot in terms of stats, especially offensively. The superclass support is nice, like very nice. And then he has one of the strongest team abilities in the game outside of Scouters, which is a revival, which doesn't have to be his. He doesn't have to be the one to die. Overall, he looks good. He looks really, really good. Because when you lose this after 3 turns, this right here is essentially your gateway into triggering his revival to try and set up him dying. Which, no doubt, you could probably do in slot 1. Slide him into slot 1, hopefully get super attacked, bang, he dies, you get this. I mean, overall, he looks really, really good. I mean, we still have more to go. So he actually has a survival part of his passive. So the standard is when the character and ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, if HP is 59% or less, or KO'd starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry, revive with 59% HP recovered. Then when the character is KO'd, the exact same conditions, revive with 59% HP recovered. But this will be in Frontier, I'm pretty sure. So kind of cool how he's actually got a standard mode and a Frontier version of his passive, or at least the revival part. Then on 12 ki will greatly raise attack by 50% for 4 turns and will be the opposite to Cooler. Yep, he's getting the 100% defense raise every time he 18 ki super attacks, which to couple up with all that damage reduction, pre-post revival, you know, during those 3 turns after, that builds up his defense so quickly, and having like a solid 40, 50, 60% damage reduction with guard, it's going to beef him up so much, and he's going to build up so much defense so quickly, even though it is just an 18 ki super attack. It's just on 18 ki because of the 100%. Birdku's back. I mean, to be fair, both Birdku and Cooler are back, but Birdku overall looks easily one of the best EZAs in the whole game. We'll go on the new Beast Gohan team. Of course, he's a pure Saiyan. He also goes on Earth protecting heroes or warriors. I think it's heroes. Earthbred fighters. Like, he goes on a lot of stacked categories as well. And as I said, he brings back a very good team ability, which, to be fair, not many superclass units have done for a while, which is the revival. He looks really... I can't wait to use him again. I used to use him so much when he first come out. He was so good. And Birdku is back easily. Cooler looks really, really good. Again, I'll just be really curious to see how he does against some of the harder hitting supers. And again, when it comes to the RNG with his super attacks, yes, he's got some contingencies to get guaranteed supers, but we'll see how much he actually relies on RNG getting those 50% chances to pop. Birdku looks just as amazing as ever. Just as amazing as ever. It's a shame Beast couldn't get the same love that these two got, because otherwise Beast would be amazing. But I like these EZAs a lot. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.